Welcome. My name is Susie West. I'm the CEO at sharedserviceslink, and today I have with me Bruce Hanavan, who is the founder and president at Direct Commerce, and Billy Williams, who is the chief technology officer at Direct Commerce. Welcome, gentlemen.
Hi, Susie. Great to talk to you again, Susie.
So here we are on the fourth and final chapter of this series, and today I'm going to be asking you a bit more about how you're implementing the direct commerce solution with one of your clients, looking specifically at the Merck Co story. As many of you will know, Merck Co is a $51 billion corporation, and it's had a very long-standing relationship with direct commerce. And interestingly, it's gone through a transition from its mainframe system to JD Edwards and then on to SAP, and it's sustained a very positive relationship with direct commerce through that transition, through that ERP or accounting system transition. So Bruce, I'd like to start off with you, if I may. I understand that Merck Co are processing 20,000 invoices per month electronically through direct commerce. Could you tell us a little bit about the program?
Sure. Thanks, Susie. Merck is a global pharmaceutical company. We've been working with them for a long time. This is a set of standard functionality for us. We use our supplier portal where both Merck users and suppliers are able to access information about their accounts. I think what's interesting here, again, every customer is different. Every company has different specific needs from a supplier like Direct Commerce, and our flexible platform has allowed them to make a lot of internal transitions without having to affect the suppliers at all. So as you mentioned, when we started working with them, they were on a mainframe-based financial system. They transitioned to JD Edwards and then again transitioned to SAP. And throughout that process, Direct Commerce has maintained all of the information about the supplier accounts and their interactions with Merck, with really no real knowledge that anything has gone on in the back end. And that's really an amazing thing to be able to do, because on the back end there were huge changes that took place, yet suppliers continued to interact with Merck in a standard way, and they never really were even aware that all these back end changes had occurred.
Sounds very positive and very undisruptive for the business. So Billy, it sounds like there's been a lot of work going on at Direct Commerce's end and also at Merck Co's end to make sure that despite all of these changes and transitions that the organization has been going through and the changes perhaps to their requests, that it's really been business as usual as far as the delivery is concerned. How has that been possible?
That's right, Susie. You know, one of our key goals is to minimize the IT involvement required to work with us. We also want to minimize the amount of questions that we're raising with our users. So to that end, we've built our system to be very flexible in terms of the formats and protocols that we accept. Over the years, Merck has transitioned from a mainframe system to JD Edwards to SAP, and we've been able to adapt our interfaces and our systems seamlessly so that the Merck IT group does not need to get involved, and the end users also notice very little or no impact on the system. So at the end of the day, we have a lot of happy users who are able to use the system without any interruption, despite the fact that there are some really significant changes happening behind the scenes.
Okay, sounds very positive. My final question to you, please, Bruce. Sounds like on the technical implementation side, it's all very smooth. How would you say the e-invoicing program is impacting relationships with suppliers?
I think it's very positive generally. Suppliers are hungry for information about their account with the customer. They want to know when they're going to get paid. They want to know the status of invoices. They want to know that they've been received. They want to get their new orders as quickly as possible. So all of this is very, very positive for the supplier community. They don't pay fees to use the system at any time. So it's all a win for the supplier community.
That sounds great. Thank you very much to Bruce Hanavan and to Billy Williams at Direct Commerce. And if you would like to find out more about the Direct Commerce solution, please do contact Direct Commerce directly. You have their contact information on the screen now. Many thanks, gentlemen, and goodbye.